Alright, welcome to episode 23 of the Factorio Monthly Community Map for August? August, not July. One day I will get the name right, probably in episode 62, which will be the last episode. In here we have a load of processors, and this is a load of processors on here. Actually backs up pretty quick. Let's build ourselves a fusion. Back and put the rest of them back. Oh, hang on, let's just... No, we haven't researched it yet, so... Yeah. Okay. Need a better power armor as well. Oh well, up this way. So I finished off that wall. Threw a radar down here, just to give us some view, because this was just outside the radar range. This is in. And yeah, it's working, just keeping the biters away. We won't better get past it, so... We should be good there and there. So if we kill off, well, try and kill off some nests. We could block this off, and we'd be pretty much fine. But over this way, the minute we're dealing with the biter threat, perfectly fine. Up this way. So I noticed I did this. And for some reason I completely forgot. I think. Thinking back to when I was editing, I believe what I was doing here was I was building this to feed into here to give this more iron ore, but actually let's just build a whole column here. Easy enough. I think midway through I was distracted by a biter attack in the south and then never came back up. I think I ended the episode down at the south. Let's do it like this. This won't be actually, is it? How many is this? 15. We need 18? So actually, if we just get rid of a few more trees, we will actually have enough space to do a yellow belt, I believe. I've done this before. In fact, if I've done this before, why am I doing it myself again? Let's pick this up. Let's get rid of them again in a second. Ow. In the blueprint somewhere, I've got a half yellow belt electric furnace. There it is. Exactly what we need. And just go down and it on. There we go, perfect. Well, hang on, is this a half? Oh, that's enough for a blue belt with modules. So actually, no, we don't need this many. It's 3, right? Yeah. Okay. No, I don't know. Yeah, all unnecessary. Correct. Okay. So that's a yellow belt of production there. It's got no power at the moment, and it's got no defense at the moment either. Well, actually, no, this wall's there, so we don't need to defend the top anymore. Oh, awesome. So this, we will feed this in somehow into the main iron area. That bit where we had a splitter we could feed into. We will need to connect that to power, so let's blow it up. Glowworm? What the hell's that? Not words, certainly. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. The other thing we noticed, I noticed anyway, was spider attack. But hopefully, yeah, it's been aggroed. Awesome. You don't need to cover everything, as long as you have a big amount of defences in an area and they're close enough that they will hit the biters as they run through. They'll just aggro on it and problem solved. The other thing is over here where we initially did our actually these got loads left, but it's not producing enough very quickly. I was going to say we can replace this, but actually it doesn't look like it needs to be. Alright. Actually, if we go over there, grab some speed modules. clear me out. Where does this need to get through to, though? The splitter is here, so it needs to come down in between the red circuits and the current smelting setup. Okay. What I was going to do, I was going to set up some mines on here and feed that through, but it doesn't look like it's necessary. It might be better served. I think it is going to be better served by us. Oh, the power pole's in the way. Okay. And then this will be underground here. Come on, underground. Thank you. Use my train of thought all the time. Not unusual. Yeah, better served by us throwing speed modules in that system rather than trying to mess around. So let's pull this. You know what? We'll throw this into a splitter as well. Actually, no, that's not a good idea. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Because we need as much of this iron ore being picked off as possible at all times. Because then the copper ore can get through. And the copper ore is always going to be used by this, preference of the actual main feed of it coming through. There's not a problem if we do run out of copper ore on here, but better if we didn't. I guess. I don't know. Whatever, who cares? We'll just do underground belt here. Nice supply of iron. How do we get through this bit? Maybe if we bring it down here. Do underground. Ombling free. Okay, down here, across there, underground there, there, and I think we're good. Apart from somehow we now have to get across this mess. That is interesting. We want to get to... Where do we want to get to? Here. So we want to come down from here. So let's do this bit first. I think we need a red... Yeah, red one here. Just fits. That's the feed in. Now we just need to get there. We can get across, which I don't think we can do. We can, actually. How far will a red belt take us? We'd have to do that. And a red belt here, it will take us not far enough. Okay. What about... Oh, what about there? Perfect. We can just do double underground here. No. Do underground here. Then we can do underground here. Right? Iron ore, iron plate, iron plate, iron plate, iron plate, into the splitter. Splitter comes, feeds this with good stuff, which is nice because this is actually struggling for iron, and it delivers it into the main system here. So this is struggling for iron. How many did we stack to at the end? 58, I thought they might. Actually, technically, we need double. Well, we don't need two, but we kind of need two. Kind of. Well, I'm going to build it. I'm always going to build double the number of these that you need of these, just to keep it simple. It's like 7 machines. It's like 7 to 4. That is a pain in the ass to keep track of. So there's 4 per 100% of a nuclear reactor of these guys, and then 2 of these per one of these. Simple. Speaking of which, though, that is probably the next thing we need to do, though, isn't it? Yeah. So what do we need on that front? First thing we need is the ore refining, not the actual thing over jigger. So we should probably automate those as well now I think about it, because we need a lot of centrifuges. Do we though? We don't need a lot of centrifuges. We probably need like 20 centrifuges and then we never need any more. That flickering is noxious. So let's grab all these. 200 so I can build 2. Nice. Okay, well 2 is a start. We'll uncap this. Yeah, we'll let it build up 1,000. And that'll probably be all the that'll be all the centrifuges we'll probably need. Rocket silo. Awesome, we can actually launch a rocket relatively soon. It's better than the 30 hours it took me last time. This is like 10? 12 hours I think we're up to now. We were severely lacking in bullet damage when we were attacking biters, so let's research a lot of bullet damage stuff. Just in case we need to go out and kill biters again. Especially as the big biters are coming. Probably means behemoths are, well, actually there is a big gap between big biters appearing and behemoths appearing. But better to be prepared than not, I suppose. I thought you used to be able to run through those. Oh well. Getting distracted. First off, there are no lights here. There should be lights here. It's better. Uranium. So we need uranium first. Got mines on us. It just so happens to be the perfect place. I'm surprised its red factory's working so well. It's not struggling. See, it's keeping up with all the demands for red circuits. We have a box over there that's storing them for us. So we've got this uranium patch over here. We don't need to worry about biters anymore. We can just set this up to be mined. Okay, so there. Minate each other, or let's do minate each other. Maximum speed of mining. Although we do need to use underground belts everywhere. And they still don't link up, so it's not actually that useful. What's here? Pipe, squeeze, pipe, 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 pipe. We don't have enough undergrounds, why not? Actually, these can do 3. So we can move this one up 1. It could actually be there. We only need 1 more, which we can probably craft. Indeed we can. I'm going to grab some more in a minute, and we should grab some iron while we're up there. We don't have any on us, really. There. Okay. That's their power sorted out. Hook it up to power, and then we need to bring uranium. Well, not uranium. Sulfuric acid over here. Which is reasonably convenient, because it's only just here. How should we route it? Thinking... it's actually pretty clear here, so I think we'll just bring it through this somehow. Shouldn't be too much of a challenge. Not damage. So the first place we're going to want to get across is this, and we can. Nice. We can do this one too, perfectly. We can do this one, but then we can't. Oh no, we can adjust. We can adjust. This can go one further and then come up. Okay, that was really easy. Like that, and we just hook it up to this. We use an underground belt just so we can get through easily. Not that it's really that big a deal. Okay. So we should be mining. Right? Oh no, we haven't. Yeah, we should be mining uranium. We haven't hooked anything up yet, but we should be mining it. How do we go? How are we going to go up here? We bring it across here, and then bring it down through the iron. Perfect. Not quite perfect. Yeah, oh well. We bring it down to here. Ooh. Bring it to there, and we'll expand this out to a red underground. No. Okay. How else can we do this? Not me anyway. We could do this otherwise. There we can. We can get rid of this. We can bring this up one. We can send this underground. The underground here. Just want to keep the path clear, is all. We'll have to replace pipes that keep running into them. There we go. That's more like it. And then somehow we need to get somewhere. So if we pull this out, we can move that. We can go this way. There's one shy, but it'll be fine. Put in a pipe, underground pipe, along here. There we go. Not connected, why are they not connected? Here. Okay, now we're mining uranium. Awesome. Do a splitter, not that, splitter, there we go. And be honest, here, it's as good a place as anywhere. If we build going this way for sorting uranium, then we can bring the water in off this lake. And we'll do the actual, we can do the actual mine, we'll have to do the actual power plant here. So I think long term, at this point, I want to transition from this sort of stupid spaghetti factory to a slightly better one. And I think what this will basically be is a seeder factory for a bigger factory that we build after this. We should have plenty of time. Hopefully if we can get robots and everything set up, we can actually build it pretty quickly. Damn it. Right, let's do it the other way. Let's do like a double. Double. You can straight off go underground. Two. We'll put a what's a majig? What are they called? Substations. Where are they? I'm blind to substations. There they are. Another underground, then we'll have these guys on the either side. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Those out. At that point, we should build the night vision. We haven't researched night vision, so next thing we'll research is night vision. Now we've not got the robots in though, we can... Don't want to mess about with the being fancy with the positioning, so we'll just do that. Right, and then we'll do in. That's not in, is it? We'll do an out. Actually, this side can go on the left. This side can go on the right. We'll need other ones. Same direction, if we turn around. There we go. And we'll have belts. And belts. And a belt. There we go. We'll have process uranium coming out here. We'll have a filter inserter. Well, we'll have several filter inserters. I'll put a pole on the end here. Okay, yeah, next thing is night vision. Where the hell is night vision? There we go. What? You not connected? Damn it. Anything. There we go. We'll put down some chests. This one is going to be filtering for the good stuff. These ones will be filtering for the bad stuff. We'll just set this up going for now. Night vision equipment done. Okay, bullet damage. Starting to get expensive. What about laser turret damage? Also kind of offensive shotgun damage though. Shotgun was actually, I thought, holding up really well. Switched to it at one point to kill a group when the machine gun was doing anything. So weird that that's considered not good. It was only on the first tier. Okay. Oh yeah, you need a recipe. Of course. There we go. Right. That's all good. Next is going to be get some grenades to clear that group over there. We need some more of the things and some more of the other things. Shotgun damage. What? Oh, this is because the lasers. So when the lasers need to be produced, it steals all of the iron from this, which in turn steals all the iron from processes. Oh dear. Or at least from the circuit production processes. That's less than ideal. I suppose what we could do, we cut that there. It's annoying that's underground. You can't turn it. I wanted more of this. I wanted more of the inserter feeding onto a belt from another belt. Pointlessness. What we can do is we can throw a fasten filter inserter here, picking up iron ore. There we go. Perfect. Exactly what we want. Because this will run as fast as this can run, so. But that will mean there will always be ore. Maybe we should make these stack filter inserters. Stack filter, stack inserter. Where do we do that? We have one stack inserter, which is now a filter inserter. And then we'll have another stack inserter on this side. Once it's built. There we go. Yeah, I'll do. That's not giving us enough throughput, is it? Oh, actually, thinking about it, it doesn't matter if it's the same materials. It doesn't matter if this one feeds onto this. This will just mean that it will always get a little bit extra. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to these guys. We'll just have that feed on like that. I think we're getting about the same throughput anyway. This isn't enough on the belt. Yep, power is a problem. I know. I am aware. Let's grab all these guys. Yeah, going as fast as they can. Not actually being used at the moment anyway. Problem at the minute is that iron anyway, so. What have we got sitting down here as far as nuclear power goes? They came from the north. Ooh, that's concerning. What is happening over here? Nothing. Nothing important. 30 damage done to it. Of course that was the engaged, not the being damaged symbol. Oh, my robots aren't on, are they? Start repairing stuff, robots. Right. We want not that many. We need like... No, we actually don't need any. Now I think about it. We have the 4 we need. These... We only need 8. For now. Pipes. Heat pipes we don't need. So we just need to build a reactor. Reactor. We are short on copper. Easy. Steel. Easy. Down there. There we go, better. Got the copper. Be honest, we could do with some more copper if we're going to use up all this. And then we need steel. And we'll put on the steel. Right, make a reactor. I'll pick up some more steel. And some more copper, apparently. Less than I thought. Okay, done a decent amount of shotgun damage. I'll go with laser shooting. I assume that's pointless. Oh, laser speed. So I've actually researched laser damage. I thought the colours changed. I know it's laser speed makes the colours change. Because the lasers themselves are still red. I'm pretty sure they change the colour as you increase the research. But we've got a reactor. Oh, we don't have that. You go in there. I guess you two and you can come out. There we go. Now we are invincible. Wow. Kind of. Pretty hard to kill. Pretty hard. We're gonna need... Oh, actually, we're gonna need pipes. We've got pipes. We're gonna need pumps. We've got the materials to make a pump. We don't have grenades. Grenades are something we wanted. Well, let's test out. Oh, we have look. They're still red. I thought they changed colour. I am disappointed. Okay. Let's go grab some grenades. Should be 100. Yeah. Let's go clear some trees. The real enemy in this map. As it always is in Factorio. Actually, that is going to be the end of this episode, so thanks for watching. Next time, we will sort out this place with some of these guys, and build a nuclear reactor here. So, see you then.